If Donald Trump becomes president, I feel we're going to have a drastic change in the relationship between Canada and the U.S. We have entirely different values, entirely different understanding of minorities, of how we support people, of crime, of just about everything.
Yeah, to somehow, instead of embracing diversity and embracing differences, to go backwards and to be scared of differences and different expressions. So
that I'm very glad that I'm a Canadian.
America will get a lot more isolated from the rest of the world. It's probably not a good thing. I don't think he really discusses or has any solutions for issues. I think he just fear-mongers a lot, which is not very characteristic of Americans or their whole philosophy, so it's a bad idea.
It's like so bad that it's funny because it's so awful.
I feel the world would be a worse place, we'd be worse off, more dangerous, and it would just be negative not only for the United States but for the whole world.
I feel it will change the world, maybe not for the better. Kind of mixed feelings about him. I think he's a bit of a lunatic, but that may be what the U.S. needs. So, very mixed feelings.
Arrogant.
I feel it will be a little bit of a disaster.
A little bit.
Was
it carnage, the word you used?
The carnage.
He just gives the impression that maybe he's just over the top. I don't think the world needs over the top. We already have that Korean bloke that's over the top. Why would you need two of them in the world?
If Donald Trump becomes president, I would feel scared and, disappointed.
ugly.
No, I feel that our economical business, our economic is going to have a lot of problems.
And everybody I know who has spoken to him, which is maybe about half a dozen people, the first thing they've all said, a very nice man.
I feel like we're probably going to enter a third world war.
He makes flippant comments that doesn't seem to be a lot of thought behind. He attacks other people.
Arrogant.
I mean, he's just such a pompous person, just so disrespectful in every form of way that if he starts going to things like the United Nations or the European Union and sprouting these ideologies that a lot of people don't agree with.
And I'm looking to move to Canada if he gets elected.
I feel like he's very decisive. He's a very huge, new wave of political motion. I'm not sure if that has a lot of equilibrium.
Because I think he's racist and he's violent.
Prick.
I don't know. I wouldn't vote for him.
I think for Donald Trump, it's all about him. It's about him and exposure for himself rather than being president of a country and what's best for the country.
It's about his power.
It's his power, yeah. He's a control freak. A lot of other countries are going to lose a lot of respect for the United States.
Well, I think Donald Trump is an isolationist.
Ludicrous.
Narcissist.
Shocked. Yeah.
I guess opening the floodgates just for all of the hate and everything that we've spent really the last 100 years with civil rights movements and gender equality and LGBTQ rights and everything and democracy. I feel like it's just erasing everything that people have lost their lives over the last 100 years fighting for. And
Dear God in heaven,